of INEC, voter turnout, and different issues generally at the different different polling units that you cover. How would you grade them generally?
Okay, I will score INEC 90 in the sense that they came out on time and there was no issue with the beavers. But for Abians, the voter turnout is very poor.
Very cool. All right, thank you so much, Kingsley Onwuka. I'll come to you, John. I do not know if you have any question for Kingsley Onwuka.
Well, Kingsley, for me, basically, what did you observe driving all the way from Umuahia to Uturu to Issaquah, and did you observe any form of where most Abians just basically went about their business, or generally, from your assessment, how did Abians, react to the fact that, of course, naturally, security lockdown all through the period of the elections till about 6 p.m. Later in the day? Was there anything out of the ordinary beyond the fact that, yes, you didn't see the regular police or military patrols and all of that? But I mean, just generally looking at the environment, looking at the atmosphere, was there anything out of the ordinary?
There was nothing, because when I got to Issaquah, that was where I saw youth. They were just playing street football. And it was when I was coming from Bende, entering Umuahia, that was where I saw shops. They were open for their normal daily business.
Did you engage any of the youths or the stalls that were open, to find out from them why they chose to open up within the period where the exercise was still very much on?
Okay, I spoke with those guys playing football, and we had an interview session with them. We asked them why are they not at their polling. They were like, they came out last 2 weeks, and the vote that was cast was not what was announced in INEC. So they are not happy, and they are not interested in today's election.
All right. Thank you so much, Kingsley Onwuka, and great job out there ensuring that we gave Abians and Nigerians unbiased coverage of today's election, all the way from Issaquah, Uturu, and just to mention a few. So well done. Well, Esther, beyond voter apathy, I think we just may have a further complications on our hands in the build-up to the next 4 years, and that would be winning the confidence of the younger generation, the younger voters, those who clocked 18 and above, and who voted for the first time and National Assembly polls, and who seem to be heavily disappointed in the process. And it looks as if they've concluded they do not want to be part of the voting exercise both now and maybe in the future.
John, earlier, while we had the National Secretary of Samuel Ajufo, JP, while he was talking, he made reference to the fact that Nigerians, we are not patient people. We do not want to go through the process. We just want to see the results at the end of the day. And I think this is exactly what is playing out. As much as we had a lot of, earlier we said the fact that we had a lot of promises from INEC, and going into the election and what happened during the presidential election, a lot of persons have given up. They have lost distrust for INEC officials, and they're wondering if they come out to vote, would it count? Would it not count? Maybe there is no point for them to come out. But then this is where the media comes in at this point in time. I would always say, the media cannot do it alone. INEC cannot do it in isolation. We need everybody to work hand in glove to ensure that we inform the people, we sensitize the people, the importance of coming out to vote. It is not enough to say INEC did not perform well, and as such, we will throw in the towel and give up at this point in time. It's important that people get more involved. We want to see more of young people. It would interest you to know that during the just concluded presidential election, for the senatorial seats, we had 109, and we just had 3 females. And then when you calculate the number of young people. We still need to do more. Young people need to get more involved. We still need more females to get more involved in politics. We want everybody to be carried along. We want people to have fair playing ground where they are able to. We want to change the narrative, John. We want a situation where before you come out to contest, John, you would have to look at yourself again and again. Am I qualified? Can I face the pressure? This is exactly what people want. And for INEC, I hope that they're able to remedy the impression, the bittersweet impression that they have left in the minds of Nigerians. I hope that they would ensure that they do something for the 2027 election, which will be the next time, aside the obstacle elections that we would have across different so we're hoping that 2027, to the build-up of that election, INEC would be able to do something, and maybe would have had better development, better technology, and would have had more transparent process, and would have more of the youth involved in the electoral process to ensure that people come out and mass vote. Like I would always say, this is a very, very important election. It's absolutely crucial, and it's quite sad that people have given up even before the end of the race.
Well, I think there's a whole lot to be done ahead of the 2027 elections. Government, it's not just enough to pump in the kind of money that we have seen spent to execute this election. This is the most expensive election in the history of Nigeria's democracy. And yet it hasn't yielded the kind of results that well over 200 million Nigerians would expect. And I can also imagine the reaction of the international community who are seriously monitoring the fallout of today's exercise, and of course the presidential and National Assembly elections that held on the 25th of February 2023. So there's so many unanswered questions. There's so many ifs. There's so many whys that to be answered, and we can only hope that before Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, throws in the hat, that he will come out and be able to explain to Nigerians what these challenges were for INEC, and because it will be important that he clearly itemizes what the challenges were, and so that his successor will be able to take a cue from that ahead of the 2027 elections and be to put the proper systems in place to guarantee that Nigerians for once will be able to say, yes, we went to the polls and we're satisfied with the process, and not just the process, we are also satisfied with the result that the process has given us. So it's a tricky, tacky, or will I say it's a tacky, tricky one for Nigerians in the next couple of months. I know for those of us who are seen to be political analysts, and I remember in the build-up to this election, and I was asked, John, what's your thoughts about the 2023 elections? I did say that one, it's going to be filled with drama. We have seen some level of drama, and there's more drama to come. A litany of litigations waiting for the elections to be over, and then the election tribunal. And I said, look, Nigerians, just go get your popcorn and get ready to, watch this drama as it unfolds day in, day out. And the thing is that about the process of the due process and the rule of law is that it takes time. It takes time. And as you clearly highlighted and opinioned by the National Secretary of the National Guild of Radio Managers, Samuel Ajufo, that Nigerians are not naturally patient people. I think it will be a period that will test our patience as a people and as a nation. But for me, what is most critical is that we are at a turning point in terms of fine-tuning not just our electoral process, but probably the process that throws up the kind of candidates that naturally we see come out for public office at all levels. And maybe that may cause a national rethink about the need to, modify or overhaul the current process, if at all there is one, to ensure that we have the finest, the best people, the best candidates thrown up for leadership office, particularly public office, office that demands transparency, character, and a whole lot of good qualities. And I think we are at that verge. Whether we as a people, as Nigerians, will see that process through, all depends, and we will see in days.
You know, John, again, we also need the people to understand the adverse effects of not coming out to vote. When you do not come out to vote, it also gives people who plan to execute heinous crime the opportunity to do so. But when we have people turn out en masse to vote, the opening for people to, bring in the electoral fraud seems to be quite minimal. And electorates, voters, they need to understand that part, that when you stay at home and decide not to vote, you're already giving power to people that want to rig. You're already giving power to people that want to mutilate the process. People should be educated more on the adverse effect of not coming out to vote. It is not enough reason for us to just sit back and say this has happened and so I give up, I throw in the towel, I do not want to get involved anymore. Now here's the thing that most people don't understand. John, it would interest you to know that last year we had quite a bit of back and forth with some bills. I cannot right now place my fingers on the bill, but a particular bill that really caught my attention was a local government autonomy bill. Remember that alongside with other bills, these bills were sent in to the State House Assembly for them to, give their consent to the bill. It would interest you to know that most of the states turned down this bill. We've been clamoring for local government autonomy, and now we had the opportunity. But this is what you get when we have people that would have rather personal interests than the interest of the people. Nigerians are clamoring for local government autonomy. But then when you have people that have their personal interests in position, people to make that decision, it goes the other way around rather than the position of the people, which I've seen as what played out for that particular bill. And then it speaks to us getting involved. It speaks to we getting more involved. It speaks to we electing the appropriate, the right people that understand what governance is all about, that understand what policies are all about, that understands that, yes, we represent the people. We do not represent ourselves, and we have people that we are accountable to. This is absolutely, absolutely important. And Nigerians need to understand the importance of elections. They need to understand the importance of coming out to vote. Like I said, we cannot throw in the towel just yet. We cannot give up just yet. At the end of the day, these are the people that would make decisions. When we feel reluctant, the decisions that they make affect us. Let's look at what happened with the Naira design, the new Naira notes. A lot of persons, and let me tell you, John, a lot of persons were affected. You and I, we were affected, with the policy that was made. This is what happens, when we have people who do not really understand this in power. And so we need to understand that when we have those people in power, they make decisions to a large extent, they affect us. It goes in circle.
Yeah,
and so we shouldn't give up just yet.
You're very right, Esther. I think that's the word. Nigerians shouldn't give up just yet. Nigerians shouldn't call it quits just yet. Nigerians should begin to understand the need to go through the process. As a people, I think we just like the idea of start and finish, not recognizing that there's something between the start and the finish, and that is called process. We need to see that process through and ensure that we're doing the right thing, and that will definitely position us or reposition us as far as the Committee of Nations is concerned. Nigeria is the largest black nation on planet Earth. And over the years, we've been tagged to be the giant of Africa. And it's important that when we embark on processes like this, a process that decides who will steer the ship at all levels for another 4 to 8 years, it's important that we get involved. It's important that we show interest. It's important that we see it through from start to finish. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Manchester still got a host of team members lined up to give us their share of experience of what they encountered on the field. It's still the Rapid 2023 Pole Studio right here on Rapid 96.5. Do stay with us.
Correct country people. As human being body need balanced diet to take function well. Now so engine need better oil to take perform well. And the correct oil where car owners, generator users, mechanic and many others they enjoy now. Now it be Lubrisac oil. Yes, so Lubrisac oil get them for different variety like Lubrisac Plus, where be high performance multi-grade oil for petrol engine. Them get Lubrisac Super HD oil, where be high performance multi-purpose engine oil. What about the Lubrisac Optimum, ultra high multi-grade engine oil for new petrol engines? Them still get Lubrisac Power Max, super performance diesel engine oil for heavy duty trucks and heavy duty generators. In our end for there, Lubrisac still get other kind of industrial oil like gear oil, hydraulic, turbine oil and compressor oil. Lubrisac product they available for filling stations and retail shops nationwide. So for correct engine performance, go for the quality Lubrisac oil. Lubrisac oil now another product from Sacros Industry Nigeria Limited.
Now you can go global rapidly. You can listen to us from anywhere in the world at www.rapidfm965.com. Plus, you can get social and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and other social media platforms at Rapid965FM.
965FM.
On WhatsApp, it's 091 60 333 965. The 2023 general elections is here, and it's time to make one decision that will determine how you live the next 4 years of your life. If you make the hard one that is right, you'll be fine. If you make the selfish one that's easy, life will be hard. However, Rapid 96.5 FM is...
Welcome to Did You Know? So, Did You Know is basically here to give you all the interesting things that you probably have never thought about, your mind has never crossed it, and of course, you're probably just so lazy about researching it. We're here to help you out, and of course tell you amazing places, amazing people, interesting things in the world that you have always thought that they were just probably cliche. And of course it could be a country, it could be a prison, it could be just anywhere. Think about it and you have it right here. Join us on Did You Know right here on Rapid TV, Star Times channel 176 every day.
Go to the voting cubicle to make your choice in secret, and I repeat, in secret, and drop marked ballot paper in the ballot box. 6. You can leave, but if you have to stay, please stay 300 meters away from the voting area to witness the sorting and counting. For more inquiries, please visit www.inecnigeria.org. This message is brought to you by Rapid 96.5 FM.
In the build-up of the Saturday elections,
Rapid 2023 Poll Studio
activated.
The process is seamless. I've just cast my votes. I must commend them.
Monitoring the presidential, Senate, and House of Rep elections across Abia.
bringing you live actions in the Situation Room in Abuja and across Nigeria.
Engaging INEC and other stakeholders.
The people needed to be part of the process. Call in, get clarification, go back and act.
You can follow Rapid 2023 Poll Studio on our social media platforms
For all developments as they unfold.
Rapid 2023 Poll Studio.
From 9 a.m. till the results are announced.
Rapid 2023 Poll Studio. Exclusive to Rapid 96.5 FM.
All right, thanks for staying with us. And if you're just joining us, this is Rapid 96.5 FM, and we are live and interactive on all our social media platforms. Don't forget, you can listen to Rapid FM anywhere in the world, absolutely anywhere in the world, simply by logging on to our website, www.rapidfm965.com, and just click, and voila. You get to listen to us, right? And that's why we are the sound of your city. Don't forget, we're also live and interactive on all our social media platforms. If you're with your mobile phone, just go to facebook.com/rapid965FM. You get to see what's happening in the studio and see all the visuals. I mean, it's very colorful, very, very, very colorful, as caught by the lenses of our cameras. We're also live and interactive, and we do have a growing online community, and we want to say a big thank you to all our fans online who have continued to contribute to the quality of our discourse all across board, be it political, be it entertainment. We enjoy the feedback we're getting. On Twitter, we are Rapid965. On Instagram, we are Rapid965FM. And you can be part of the ongoing conversation right now in the studio. You can hit us up on our WhatsApp portal. The number for our WhatsApp is 091 60 333 965. Again, 091 60 333. That's 333 965. You will take your comments and views on the portal. At some point in time, we will, because we pride ourselves to be live and interactive, we will open the phone lines, and you share your experience with us. Did you vote today? If you didn't vote, why didn't you go out to vote? And if you did vote, how was the experience like? We would like to hear that from you at some point in time. But again, I'm not alone. I've got my wing girl. Yeah, most people have wingmen. I've got a wing girl, your home girl, Esther Omelo, in Studio 2, and I'm wondering who she's got next. Hello, Esther.
Hello, John. I am right here. I have Precious Chukwu seated with me here. Remember, we sent our correspondent out to different polling units to different local governments, and they are back, to give us first-hand information regarding what they experienced at the different polling units that they covered. It's a pleasure to have you here, Precious Chukwu.
Thank you so much.
So bring us up to speed, the different local government that you covered.
Okay, we went to Issaquah, we went to Igbere, and we also went to Zakot. And yes, I would say unlike the last time, they started quite on time. Like, compared to that of the presidential election, which Igbere started by 2 p.m., today's on by 8 a.m., election has already kicked off in Igbere, so it was quite impressive.
But let's talk about the voter turnout. I mean, I've interviewed 2 persons already, and the voter turnout, from what they observed, has been really poor. Was it the same thing for the polling unit and for the local governments that you covered? Did you have high voter turnout or low voter turnout?
Okay, I would say low turnout, because when we went to Mascot
Uzokalu,
yes, it was impressive. And then when we went to that of the former governor of Abia State, Senator Ojo Uzokalu's polling unit, we met about 1/3 of what we saw on the previous election.
Were you able to interview voters to find out why exactly we were having the low turnout? Were you able to interact with the voters?
Yeah, I suppose the person we talked to, he said that the election doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they will do their thing. So why waste our time, stand in the queue under the scorching sun? So they rather do their thing, sell their markets, or go about their business than come stress themselves, stand in the queue for something they think wouldn't count.
But real quick, let me ask you about the performance of INEC officials. For the last election, we heard where they had difficulties to operate the beavers. The beavers wasn't working. People had to stand the queue till midnight for them to vote. But what was your experience regarding that particular issue? Were people able to vote? The issue of beavers, was there any particular issue with the bimodal voter accreditation system?
I wouldn't say yes, because considering the polling units we visited, we encountered none. Everything was just smooth and free and fair. That of Mascot also Carlos Post and polling units. Seats were organized, these people were well seated, everyone knows what to do. So when it's your turn, you just stand and go vote.
So what about the secrecy of ballots, which is one of the issues we had the last election, where some persons you're going to vote, we had the cubicle, but when you're going to vote, people can see who you want to, vote for. Did we have the secrecy of ballots this time around, where people are able to go to the cubicle secretly to cast their votes? Did you observe that?
Yes. There is this cubicle that covers you. The cubicle is of that of a height of a person. So apparently when you're standing there, it's covered. So yes.
Let's talk about the behavior of party agents. Did you observe, was there anything like voter inducement at the different polling units, or vote buying at the different polling units that you covered?
Absolutely no. There was a little misunderstanding about drinks, but it was nothing serious.
Okay, so just before I let you go, Precious, let me ask you my final question, Precious. Prior to this election, we heard allegations and counter-allegation of security breach. We had issues of talks might come in to attack voters. But the polling unit where you covered, was there any form of security breach? And did we have security officials properly stationed at the polling units?
Yes. When we went to Barrister Emeka Okafor's polling unit, as a matter of fact, the security was standing right beside there and was helping people with inquiries and answering their questions. So it was impressive.
And generally, how would you rate the performance of INEC, voter turnout, and the rest of them?
I would say they took the complaints of the people into heart and they did better this time around. So it was impressive, I must say.
Okay. John, I would come back to you. I do not know if you have any question for Precious Chukwu just before we let her go.
Well, Precious, I'm just wondering, beyond the people who were at the various polling units to exercise their franchise, around the Igbere and Isukwato, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Because we've just talked about the fact that there was there's voter apathy, low turnout, but beyond that, what were the other people doing? If they were not at the polls, where were they?
Well, some people were at the joint. We drove past people who were celebrating.
I don't understand. The process was on and they were already celebrating. What were they celebrating?
Well, that was around 3 p.m. We drove past some group of people. They were all happy celebrating. They said they had won.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll wait and see if that celebration continues. Thank you so much, Precious.
We coming back as well around Zakoli, there was a heavy rain. We couldn't even see where we were driving to.
Wow.
So surprisingly, we got to Umahia and there's
Umahia is dry.
Yeah.
Maybe the god of Uzakoli is also celebrating. Thank you so much, Precious, and well done. Esther, I hear that over 80 results have been uploaded into IREV. Now, the issue is not just about that the results have been uploaded into IREV. We hear that some of the results are blurred. So the question is, how is it possible that the same BVAT would capture some results very clearly and then capture some blurredly. How will that not affect the collation process, as it were? So I guess shortly, our producer will put those results uploaded into iRev on the screen so that you can see them in Studio 2, and then our viewers and fans alike who are following us on all our social media platforms and who are possibly watching as well on channel 176 on StarTimes can see what we're talking about. Some results very clear, legible, and you can be read, while some of the results are quite blurred. And then naturally, this will raise suspicion. Let's not forget that, during the presidential elections, a number of results were, it took almost forever for them to be uploaded into the iRev. But in this case, we already have well over 80 results uploaded.
John, we have quite a number of polling units. We have a lot of them. 80 we would still have to wait. But prior to the timer, before we came on air, myself and Kenny, who is at the back end, we were, monitoring, checking the iRev, and it was quite disturbing, the number of blood pictures. And I'm wondering, why do we have those blood pictures?
Exactly.
We have the iRev so people can follow up. We have the iRev so people can monitor. So why do we have the blood pictures? And we tried to zoom in, John. It would interest you to know that it was quite deep. We couldn't see anything. While for some of the pictures, we could see. For the ones that were blood, we could see. And then when you zoom into the ones that were blood, we couldn't see anything. And one would ask, how do we monitor? I'm sure there are quite a number of persons that are following up the result that is being uploaded. They want to see the result that have been uploaded so far. Party agents will be monitoring. But this is another interesting thing for the results that we saw. Unlike the other election where we saw a lot of mutilation, a lot of mistake, a lot of cancellation, for this particular results that have been uploaded, for the ones we've seen, it was neatly done. There was no cancellation of results. Everything was properly done. You can easily check the political party. You can easily check the number of votes. You can easily check whatever it is. You can easily check the polling units, the local government. The only concern we have is for those places where we have blood pictures. And I'm asking, why do we have the blood pictures? This is absolutely important. We are complaining of voter apathy. How come they're having blood pictures? How do people monitor what is going on? The pictures that have been uploaded. And I'm also thinking it brings me back to training of ad hoc staff. It brings me back to training of INEC officials. Were they properly trained on how to capture this material? Were they properly trained on how to upload it? Phones work differently. For some phones, it could be, we would have good camera quality, and then for some phones, we would have, bad camera quality. But were they properly trained on how to upload these pictures, how to take the pictures? Nigerians are watching, international communities are watching, Abians are watching. They want to know what is going on. And for us to be looking at the iRev, I'm sure quite a number of persons are also monitoring what is going on. Maybe NEC officials would be able to explain to us what exactly happened. And I do not want to believe that it would be another window for them to, do what is not needed. I want to believe that this was an honest mistake and it will be fixed as soon as possible.
Well, INEC did say going into this election, let's not forget, about two to 3 days before the election, INEC got the approval of the court to be able to reprogram the BVAT machines for today's election. And I think it was a good approach on the part of INEC because we've seen the BVATs perform optimally. There's hardly been any reports where the BVAT has failed as compared to what we witnessed during the February 25th presidential and National Assembly polls, where the BVAT failed and some polling units had to revert to manual collation of results and all of that. But I'm wondering what the rule says in a situation like this, where blurred results are uploaded into IREV. I'm wondering how INEC would choose to approach this, because normally when you count the ballot and for any reason there's a ballot, there's a vote that didn't meet the standard voting technique or voting procedure, it's counted as void. I don't know, with the case of the IREV, will the blurred result be counted as void? So I'm interested in seeing how INEC approaches these blurred results that have been put in IREV. And because right now, you are right, Nigerians are watching, Abians are watching, the international community, the entire world is watching, and they want to be able to see how INEC delicately takes, sorts out these somewhat abnormalities that have come up. I agree with you. They could be as a result of sheer human error, not necessarily that the equipment malfunctioned. Because like I have said, as far as the March 18, 2023 gubernatorial polls is concerned, the BVAPs has proven to be quite efficient. For me, it's how INEC will approach these issues.
You know, John, I was listening to Festus Okoye yesterday when he talked about how the BVAP would function. Now, here's the thing, they also have parts to monitor, and I want to hope that the appropriate thing will be done. I want to just believe that this was an honest mistake. But the good thing is we have it already on paper. We have party agents. They're at liberty to take pictures, and the results will be taken to the ward level, for collation, and then taken to the local government, I believe, for collation. And so even though we do not have it properly uploaded on the IREV, we should have a situation where there is no mutilation on the original results, and we would use that to, come to a conclusion during the pronunciation of results.
I agree with you. As always, we'll keep our ears to the ground. I understand that our man on the field and the team captain, Temple Barra, is finding his way. If possibly as I speak, he should be within Umuahia, and I know where he is headed. He's headed for the collation center, and I won't be surprised that very soon he will be linking up with us to give us the latest updates as far as collation of results is concerned. But the biggest story right now is the fact that over 80 results have been uploaded into IREV, and of those over 80 results, some have appeared to be very blurred. And the question is, how will INEC approach these results that have been seen to be blurred? And because like Esther rightly said, Nigerians are watching, the entire world is watching, and for the international community, what's most important is whether INEC had learned from the fallout of the February 25th presidential and the National Assembly polls, because the controversies are still very much present, and virtually everyone scored the February 25th presidential and National Assembly was quite low, and so many question marks, so many questions begging for answers as a result of that exercise. But it is evident that INEC has made a number of improvements, and we have seen that today as far as the March 18 gubernatorial and State House of Assembly polls is concerned. The BVAT worked efficiently and effectively. Two, virtually everybody who took part in the exercise, were very pleased with how the exercise went. But the major challenge that has faced today's exercise, voter apathy, and as we also notice that the young people who came out en masse February 25th to be part of the exercise, probably for the first time, seem to have lost faith in the process. And this may mark a very negative turn of event as far as the electoral process in Nigeria is concerned, because these young people who turned 18 and registered to vote on the 25th of February 2023 will definitely be eligible to vote in 2027. The question is if the faith they have lost in the process remains till 2027. It also means that both INEC and government have not or did not learn any lessons from the 2023 exercise. But we hope that will not be the case, and that there will be a deliberate attempt on the part of government and INEC alongside other sister agencies to orientate and change the mindset of the Nigerian populace going into the 2027 elections. Now, many will say, why are you talking about the 2027 elections? But like our elders say, for you to know where you're going to, you must first look at where you're coming from and remember the lessons you've learned along the way. And that is why it is critical that we continue to have this conversation with regards to the 2023 polls. Now, we just had Precious Chuku, who talked about rain in Uzuakoli. Well, it looks as if the gods of Umahia are joining the gods of Uzuakoli, because I am hearing the rolling thunder, and that's signs of rain. Will it be showers of blessing?
Well, it might most likely be a shower of blessing. But then for people watching, we have a question on the screen. As INEC to be scored a pass mark so far. We're streaming live on Facebook, so you can as well drop your comment on Facebook. What do you think? The experience, share your experience with us. We'd love to know the experience you've had. We have quite a number of comments right here. This is from Ezekiel Elvis. Ezekiel Elvis said, I voted in my polling unit, but the turnout is not really encouraging. And then we have Clara Oluchi right here that says, kudos to all Rapid FM team. I love this. You are doing so great. I also have Richard Chime that has said, watching from Aba Osisioma, right on, we need a credible person. Let INEC be careful in announcing the results. We also have Onyechi Yama says, keep up the good work. But let me let people know that the question, would you give INEC pass mark? What was your experience? You can drop your comment on our live stream on Facebook, and we'll read it out here on radio and on TV.
Yeah, please, like I did say, our online community is growing, and we want you to be part of that community. It's always live and interactive as we continue to throw up questions and polls to be able to, sample your opinions with regards to developments, especially on a day like this, where Nigerians have gone to the polls to decide who steers the ship for them in their various states across the Federation. We did bring you comments from, updates from places like Lagos, where Lagos seems to be a totally different kettle of fish. And we hope that as the day progresses, we will be able to bring you more and more development. To see all that's going on, I like to say, as caught by the lenses of our camera, the counting of ballots and all of that. Just follow developments on all our social media handles, particularly Facebook. We are live. Yes, we are live and interactive, so you can get to see the visuals as caught by the lenses of our camera. Right now, you can see the counting of ballots, and of course, party agents keenly watch to the counting of the ballot, and it just tells you how intense this exercise has been from start to this point, and it's yet to be over. And we know that collation has started. We've told you that over 80 results have been uploaded into iRev, and of those 80 results, some have been found to be blurred, and we are hoping that INEC will approach this tactfully to be able to ensure that the process remains transparent and appreciated by all and sundry. All right, Esther, do you have a guest with you?
No, not yet. We do not have a guest. But earlier we shared a post on Facebook, John, refusal to upload the results, polling unit 026, Bank Primary School, Umahia. The good thing is, I mean, we're tech savvy this time around, and so people are streaming live what is going on. And it's on our Facebook page. We have quite a number of comments, even though it's a John Pigeon. This person said, if possible, make on a no agree. You know, quite a number of comments are coming out from that particular incident. This happened an hour ago, and we're hoping that maybe they would have resolved the issue. Earlier, before we came on, I spoke to some persons that talked about the fact that we understand there's some games going around. You know, some persons will say rigging does not necessarily happen at the polling unit. It happens at the collation center. But this time around, the reverse is the case. And so we're hoping that nothing would happen to the results. They will be properly uploaded. It's quite commendable that quite a number of results have been uploaded. And we want a situation where all will be uploaded. We want to see clear pictures, and people are able to access the iRev portal and see results for themselves.
Well, technology has made it easy for everyone to have easy access to what is happening as far as INEC is concerned. Let me put it in local palace: no wuru-wuru, no jibri-jibri. So everybody can follow the process, just as you saw in that video where the party agents were keenly watching the count of the ballot. Likewise, everybody can follow the results as they are transmitted from the polling unit straight to the iRev. And of course, we will also be bringing you action at the collation center where the results will be collated, and of course the eventual winner announced by INEC. We are hoping that our man on the field, Temple Barra, will connect with us. The last time I spoke with him, he said he was en route Umahia, all the way from Obingwa, and hopefully he will be able to give us a feel of what's going on at the collation center. But most importantly, the results are being uploaded into iRev, and so far over 80 results have been uploaded, and what has caught our attention is the number of results that have been uploaded that seem to be quite blurred. Yes, quite blurred. And we're hoping that we'll be able to see how INEC, tackles this issue of blurred results. And so let's keep our eyes, ears to the ground, and our searchlight beamed on the collation center and other developments. We'll take a quick breather. When we come back, we will continue to give you all the updates as they happen right here on in the Rapid 2023 poll studio. Do stay with us.
Now got national elections on the brain. You want a revolution? I want a revelation.
It's election day, the D-Day, and you want to go cast your vote. Okay, let's get you ready before you hit the road. First, get your PVC and be sure it's not your ATM card, because without your PVC, you cannot vote. You might get thirsty, so get a bottle of water, or 2, or 3. For your own protection, avoid wearing anything that reveals your party or your candidate, Because if the opposition gets violent, they will get you first. Get snacks or better yet food for energy so that you don't have to sell your birthright when or if a certain Jacob tries.
Jacob tries? Okay.
Don't forget to go with the only bank that's working on election day. It's called Power Bank.
Power Bank.
Your Power Bank. You may want to stream live on social media or do a recording. Avoid high heels, avoid jewelries like wristwatches or rings so that thieves that may be lining up to vote as well don't look your way. Keep your earphones at home so you can be at alert for any emergencies.
That's right.
Wear comfortable clothes that would allow you move freely. The material should be light so that you don't oversweat. Don't forget to get your umbrellas to shade you from the sun, or maybe...
Oh, this is I'll go rain on that day.
How you gonna change the nation?
This message is brought to you by Rapid 96.5 FM.
All times, greet. Good morning. You're welcome to Jagbajantis High School. My name is Sam Sudan, your new mathematics teacher. By the way, do you understand written English? Yes, sir! Okay, now what we going to use this for? Okay, carry your paper. Left for my class. People of this world, them plenty. Things of this people, many, so many. Many times plenty, multiplier. Many times plenty, multiplier. The answer you get now, waiting, they make come and they cry. The answer you get now, waiting, they make rich man they mess and leaders they lie. The answer you get now, waiting, they make young boys and girls join party. The answer you get now, waiting, they make innocent man what inside the everybody, join Jagbajantis, talk mathematics, read about power. So, don't afraid about math, people use takes of mathematics. So, follow Jagbajantis, so you carry by it for brotherhood. Love your paper as yourself also objectivity. Before democracy, and for modification, a accountability, as for solidarity, we are a new millennium. Just like 20 million. No problem. One population of 60 billion. Divide that one by 120 million. All together, we are all together. Answer you get now waiting to make people in charge. Answer you get now waiting to make people the answer you get now waiting they make people they speak for embassy for visa. Answer you get now waiting they make people they sell the property for children. Get it. Everybody. People use takes of mathematics. So follow Jagbajantis. So you carry by be for brotherhood. Love your neighbor as yourself also objectivity. Objective gentlemen. Before democracy. And for modification. A accountability. Yes, for solidarity. This time, it's the authenticity. Shut it down. And it's the peachy city. level for Asia City. Which man gonna be Asia City? Try advocate and Asia City. All together, all together. Answer you get now waiting they make which man compress and then suppress. The answer you get now waiting they make come and impress. But then I press. The answer you get now waiting they make come and they try to take up with the just say. The answer you get now waiting they make come and begin. They try to prove it. Get it, get it. Never get money can be me. Get it, get it. Yeah. Everybody, oh yeah, we talk about chances, all mathematics. So, come back, we go use sticks, all mathematics. So that
Situation, indecision, disposition, our condition, unexplainable pain. In our hearts, not to mention. Brothers killing brothers, taking salvation, resolutions are made, but always made with lack of vision. Imperfection is the order, and we keep seeking solutions. Only God can solve this mathematical equation.
Thanks for your contribution. Now, any more questions?
In the build-up of the Saturday elections,
Rapid 2023 Poll Studio.
Activated.
The process is seamless. I've just cast my votes. I must commend NLS.
Monitoring the presidential, Senate, and House of Rep elections across Abia.
Bringing you live actions in the Situation Room in Abuja and across Nigeria.
Engaging INEC and other stakeholders.
The people needed to be part of the process. Call in, get clarification, go back and act.
You can follow Rapid 2023 Poll Studio on our social media platforms
For all developments as they unfold.
Rapid 2023 Poll Studio.
From 9 a.m. till the results are announced.
Rapid 2023 Poll Studio. Exclusive to Rapid 96.5 FM.
Welcome to Did You Know? So, Did You Know is basically here to give you all the interesting things that you probably have never thought about, your mind has never crossed it, and of course, you're probably just so lazy about researching it. We're here to help you out, and of course, tell you amazing places, amazing people, interesting things in the world that you have always thought that they were just probably cliche. And of course, it could be a country, it could be a prison, it could be just anywhere. Think about it and you have it right here. Join us on Did You Know right here on Rapid TV, Star Times channel 176 every day.
Hello viewers, we are live here in Suleja, Niger State. Today being the governorship election, so many people have all gone out to the various polling units to go and cast their votes. Here we are at the INEC office here in Suleja, and all sensitive materials have already been distributed to the various polling units. And as you can see, there are no officials here. They've all gone to the polling unit to dispense materials. Join me as we go to the various polling units and get the opinion of the people and know how the electoral process is ongoing.
My name is Rukayat Aliu Bisalla. I'm here for election to vote for my candidate, and as you can see, the place is very peaceful, but not too much of people. What we are calling that people should come out at least and vote, because in presidential election we have a lot of people more than this population, and today as governor election the numbers of the people are not that much. Please, we are pleading with the people to come out and vote. Thank you very much.
My name is Absalam Dauda. Nothing is perfect except God. If you are expecting a perfect thing, we are comparing ourselves with God. So the way thing is going, the only thing is Nigeria, the way God created us, we are not so accepting of what God did. We should only believe in our power. Of election, the way election is now, we should give kudos to INEC of the way they are doing it. Because you are a woman being. Anything human being did, there's no how we not see a lapses of things. So if we are expecting a perfect in everything, we are trying to compare with God. We should appreciate the way thing is now. There's no violence. Nowhere we hear that people are fighting, killing. That is what makes me happy. Throughout of the federation, the past previous election that we did, we don't hear that there's fighting, killing. All the electoral officers, there's no anyone wound, there's no anybody have any injury. That one is a glory to God. If that thing's not happen, and somebody is now say that no. I can't send my children to go and represent of INEC. In any way, I'll be panic. But presently now, the way thing is going, I'm free to send my son as a copper to go and represent in Nigeria anywhere it is. It's not like previous one that people will be fearing of sending their children out.
My name is Comrade Abdgano Mezaya Kup, a support group to Labour Party. But why the last election, this place was jam-packed, filled to the core. But today, people are not happy. People are discouraged. Yes, based on the outcome of the last elections. The advice I would give to the electoral process is that the right thing should be done. You see, the right thing you can see at your bar, you see people sitting everywhere. They don't care. But for them coming out to come and vote, their vote don't count. You see, they've discouraged Nigerian. Please, let the right thing be done.
My name is Matazonia Solomon. I'm PDP agent. It's going well, but the only two issue we get, people they are not coming out, so not happy. But last time the election they came out. Here, this 011 poll unit here, very happy, very peaceful place, no trouble, nothing. We are very happy as we are not seeing any gada here.
Okay, good morning. My name is Shaibu Yakubu. I'm an agent representing NNPP in the polling unit 011. The election process is going smoothly for now, just that the turnouts compared to the last election is on the low side because many people have been discouraged due to the outcome of the last election. But for now, the atmosphere is favorable. There is no any problem for now in the election process.
My name is Comrade Yunusa Hamidu. I'm an APC party agent here. The unit name is Opposite INEC, code 011. The process is very well, and at this point I have to commend the INEC officials. They are very cooperative, and as you can see, people will just come from home, vote without wasting time, then they go back. That is the reason why you are not seeing crowd here, because the process has been very smoothly and in order.
Dikko Ibrahim Abdulkarim. I came out around 9. The process is so, I would say, quick, and the election here is so peaceful.
Okay, we came here very early. We left the RAC Center at about 6:30 a.m. this morning. We were here and we were set at this polling unit 005 by 7:30, but officially it's the law that it has to be 8:30 a.m. before you declare the polling unit open. There were already few people waiting, so they started queuing up, as you can see. So everything just started going on smoothly because we were already set before people started coming out. So
how has the turnouts been from the people?
It started slowly at first. Yes, we were thinking people will not come out, but you can see for yourself now, it's gathering momentum. So I think the turnout is fair. It's fair, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Did you say?
Okay, my name is Abdul Salam Tukur. I'm the Assistant Presiding Officer 3 in this unit here. Yeah, thank you.
My name is Abu Sharif Abubakar Khalifa. So as I vote back, I enjoyed today. That's why I vote normal. Everything they go alright. Because the way you two they say now, the way the thing they go, everybody go like and now. No anything, no shouting, nothing.
My name is Fatima Sadiq. We are very happy about the election. Everything is moving very well. I was here since around 7 o'clock in the morning, and the way things is going on, honestly speaking, we are very happy. This is the peaceful election we've ever had in Suleja.
Yeah, Ishaq Yahya. Actually, the election process is being fair. It's going very peacefully around here. You know, though we are having a very low turnout here compared to what we had last time. You know, probably because some persons do not get what they expected in the last election. So, but then it's going very peaceful here, and